In Activity 2, What Can We See in the Sky?, students discuss the sun and the moon and their relationship to Earth. They first compare daytime and nighttime skies and recognize that the sun is a star. Students then discuss the sun's role as the main source of heat and light for Earth. Finally, students discover that the moon can be seen both during the day and at night. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 2, a black marker, shelf paper, and masking tape. You will also need to provide a pair of scissors. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 2 for each student. Students will need red and blue crayons to complete the activity sheet. Cut and hang 2 pieces of shelf paper for day sky and night sky class charts. Conduct this activity on a clear day, either in the morning a week after the full moon or in the afternoon a week after the new moon. At these stages in the lunar cycle, the moon is visible during the day. To begin the activity, without looking out the window, describe what the sky looks like. Ask students, did the sky look the same last night? How is it the same or different? Students should respond that the sky is dark at night, but not during the day. Write the headings Day Sky and Night Sky on the 2 pieces of shelf paper and tape them side by side in the classroom. Lead a discussion about what is visible in the sky during the day and night, and record students' observations on the charts. For each suggested object, write the word, such as sun, and have a student draw a picture of the object next to the word. Explain to students that as night ends, the sun comes up and day begins. The sun always rises, even if it is cloudy and we cannot see it. At the end of the day, the sun sets and a new night begins. Encourage students to identify that day follows night over and over again, about every 24 hours. Ask students, can you see the sun at night? Students should know that you cannot. Then ask, can you see the moon during the day? Most students this age associate the moon with nighttime and will probably say no. Take students outdoors and have them look in all directions and to name everything they see in the sky above them. Warn students to never look directly at the sun, as it may injure their eyes. At this point, students should be able to see the moon. Bring students back inside and add the moon to the day sky chart. Then, distribute a copy of Activity Sheet 2 to each student. Review the directions and pictures as needed, and have students complete the sheet. Next, ask students, what else can you tell me about the moon? Students may suggest that the moon looks like a glowing ball in the sky, and that it seems to have different shapes at different times, sometimes round, sometimes a half circle, and sometimes a crescent. Inform students that the moon is a round, rocky object that moves around Earth in space. The moon is much smaller than the sun, but it looks almost the same size as the sun because it is so much closer to Earth. Then ask, what else can you tell me about the sun? Students may know that the sun is very hot, very far away, and too bright to look at. They may also suggest that it rises in the morning and sets in the evening, and that it looks like a glowing ball in the sky. Inform students that the sun is a star, and that the planet we live on, Earth, moves around the sun in space. Go on to define a star as a glowing ball of very hot gases that makes its own light. Then ask, can you see stars during the day? Students will probably say no. Remind students that the sun is a star. The closest star to the Earth, the sun, is the only star we can see during the day. It gives off so much light that we cannot see the other stars in space during the day, although they are there. Next, tell students that a planet is an object that moves around a star. Remind students that Earth is the planet we live on, which moves around a star, the sun. Invite a student to add planets to the night sky chart. Then, Ask students, why is the sun so important to us here on planet Earth? Explain that Earth gets heat and light energy from the sun. Living things such as plants and animals need the sun's energy. Without sunlight, plants could not grow. Guide students to understand that the sun is necessary for life on Earth. Finally, tell students that in the next activity, The Sun Warms Earth, they will learn more about the sun and Earth. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.